is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money, ground up, in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush, more vacation.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New Orleans Saints and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand here. CD, you look at the Texans in this match. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again. In the course of a game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down, so this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. The Texans at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss in the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. Touchdown, Texans. Darren Waller, 31 yards. And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Jones. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Komet. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Throwing Jones. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. To throw again on second down. Jones. That's complete right side to Komet. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Mixon. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stopped the play right there in the middle of the field.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Patterson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Watson off play action. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Houston. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw, Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Robbie Anderson with career touchdown number 70. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Extra point try good by Gano. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Off the play fake. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 2nd and 10. Jones. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Nick Bosa. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's got a man complete. 20. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly trying to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
They've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa, what a start to this ballgame. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Ooh, with a juke. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the gun, here's Watson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this returnable for Hill. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Texans will take over.
So here are the Texans to take over. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill, most of them.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. On second down, Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first. Stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Watson. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he is going to have the Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They run it again with Kamara. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. This one brought in by Jefferson. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Mixing up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Jones being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down. Jones. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And a quick throw here that's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up fourth. Brandon Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Patterson's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's it?
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a third.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Another one. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Texans scoop it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know.
And now before the ball changes hands, it'll take a rookie of just a miss. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Here's a run with Mixon. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Mixon again, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are once again back in front. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Houston set to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw is Watson. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Kamara up the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Kamara is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up. And we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he spent the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Alvin Kamara
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You know, the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Watson's throw complete here to Waller. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here? Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Jones throwing on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have some.
And he loses the football a second time. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
Touchdown, Saints! Chase Claypool, 29 yards. And the Saints are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. And now out comes Houston. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Watson on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on second and long. Watson. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, Watson. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. Touchdown! It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's polished off through the air with a touchdown to Alvin Kamara. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Throwing, Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Houston. 62 yards. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now Jones. And that's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
From the 50, it's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again on second down. Watson. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Touchdown, Houston. Robbie Anderson with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto, and so the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Mixon with a first down carry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a real possibility. Long way to go in the season, but what he's done so far, spectacular.
It is, and you know what he's also hoping for? He's going to play a lot of man coverage from here on.
This is caught at the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive...
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Again, it's Mixon. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Here's Jones on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. Throwing again, Jones. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now Watson. They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Watson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Jones. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
On first down, it's Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Here's Watson. They'll get this out to Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 65 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. They'll run it with Kamara, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Texans have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Houston. Here's 2nd and a yard. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Mixon. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
He'll try again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the #1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers, It's, as you said, I think he said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Dancing to his left. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Illegal forward pass.
So the big play nullified. Illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage. That pass was illegal.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33. And that play started back at their own 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Watson. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Watson's throw is caught here by Anderson. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand and relate.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Gano the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Jones' throw here pulled in by Lazard. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his big tight end here. It's a 1st down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. From the 38, Jones. Toward the sideline, And look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Throwing Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now Jones. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw again on second down. Jones. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Jones on first down. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Saints. Foster Moreau from 3 yards out. And the Saints are able to at least get one score back. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory. Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and they tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Texans start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. The incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Kmet. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man. That's Lazard. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Jones now throwing on first down. And Lazard's got it again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Jones. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know when a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Throwing now, Watson. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Watson. That's caught by Waller out left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Watson now to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen...
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did that? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Texans, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.